Welcome back. Okay. Alright, let's go. Okay. Let's solve some puzzles. Let's go. Taken with a pawn. It's not the best move. Great. So what's the best move here? Take with a check? No. Take here, take here. Take here. No. I mean, it's taken with a check, take with a queen, then something. It's not taken here, okay? Knight. If take, I'll take. No, that's not a move. Why this is not a move? Why this is not a move? This is weird. What's the best move here? No. Check. No. No, that's not a move. What's the best move here? That's weird. Very weird. Hello, Irina. Good morning. Hello, Irina. Pushing the pawn is not the move. What's the best move here? Pushing the pawn. That's just on this side. I thought it's taken with a check, take with the queen, and I don't know, retreat here? That's a very weird puzzle. Very weird puzzle. That's a very weird puzzle. That's weird. Hey, checking in before bed here. Hi, Splash. How's it going? I started to feel like the previous streaming was a little bit, you know, not nice. So I ended it and I was like, okay, why not solving some puzzles? So retreating with the knight is not the move. Taking the bishop is not the move. Gone for danger levels, maybe? How this is exactly the best move? Take with a check, take here, no. Yeah, take with a check, take with a queen, then check. Take on a pawn. That's it. I don't know. God knows that I don't understand the move. Yeah. So check, take with the rook. Take the rook with the queen. Take with a check. I think, yeah, it's take. No, it's not. Take with a check. Take with a check. Yeah, it's a check. Take. Okay, great. Okay. I didn't solve a correct. You will always be too short. No, not in leeches. Not in leeches, sweetheart. Not in leeches. In leeches it will be like that, you know, you can see them. You can literally count them. I can scroll and count them, literally. Okay. Taken here? No. take, take. No. Check, he takes, then I take. Or I can sack the bishop. I take. Why not taken? Why not taken? No. Attacking the queen. Attacking the queen? No. Check, maybe? Check? Yeah, check. Oh my god. Take now? Can I take? Because after I take, if he takes with a check, I will just go here and life is good. Yeah, that's it. Not a single one. Not a single one. Not a single one. Okay. I take and he push, it's okay, right? Yeah, it's okay. I'll take. Check. Okay. I can block. And take with the queen. I can go back here. I block. Check. And take and take. No. I'll block. If take with the pawn, I'll take with my queen. Take with the queen. No. I'll go here. Take here. Take here. Take here. Goes here. Take. Take. I'm a little bit confused. I think I got it. I think I got it. Yeah. Yeah, no. Okay. And take? No. Not taken. Retreat. I didn't solve a single one. What does it mean in Russian? Always be short, always too short. You are getting mated, little bro. This is puzzle. Don't worry, this is puzzle. Puzzle. It's not a real game. It was once. So check and you take. Check, take, check, then check, check, take, no, yeah, check and he take. That's not a move. Is it a sacrifice? The knight is protected by the knight and the rook is protected by the knight, so I believe we are doing just fine here. Taking the pawn or what? Going here, threaten something. Queen. And the queen and the queen. That's a slow tactic. I take. If take, I'll have, yeah, so, yeah. He didn't want to take because that's a mate, but that's a check. Mate? Yeah, that's a mate. No, it's not a mate. Why this is not a mate? Because he will take the knight. He will take the knight. I didn't calculate this correctly. So that's a check, right? No, it's not. Check, mate. Okay. I could at least solve one. I could at least solve one. Solve one, you know. Check, take, and check. Obviously. Check. Takes, check, no, no, rook, third mate on one, if take, check, yeah. So, wait, that's a mate, isn't it? Yeah, that's a checkmate. What about Isaac, and he take, and the check, no. That's nothing, yeah. Check, he goes here. Check, and he goes here. Then bishop, that's a mate. What's the best move here? Should I push the... It's a mate. I push the pawn? Push the pawn maybe? No. Check, he goes. Check. He goes here. Okay. What do you think, guys? Okay. Alright. What's the best move here? Queen takes. مهدي تي في. ألين كيف الحال؟ أبو النور عاد إليكم من جديد. روك to b5. روك b5. روك to b5 checkmate. أبو النور. يقصد روك تو جي 5. صح ابو النور، انا اسف ابو النور صح. روك تو اتش 8. سيم روك تو اتش 8 ناي اوكي. check take check ثم checkmate. No, that's not a move. I can take this pawn. No. I take. If take, I'll take. If check. You take. No. I take. If take and I take. That's it. That's it. عاش أبو نور. Okay, let's move to the next one. One, two, three, four, five, six. Great, 94 to go. Check, no. Check. No, that's not a move. Why is that? It's a very good check, but he will push. Okay, I need to stop guessing. يقول أبو النور روك تو جي 5 في اللغز السابق. Okay. سب كوبل مهدية. انت اللي جيتني في تويتش. You are watching me on Twitch, right? Vlogger so knowledge. Yes, I agree. Check, take, check, take, check, no, check. Then check, no. Check, take, take, king take. That's nothing, because if take, take, it goes here, check, and it goes here. No, here, he won't go there. He'll go here or something. I don't know. يقول أبو النور queen على f6. No, that's not the move. queen على f6 ليست النقلة. Queen take the pawn, please, bro. Queen takes the pawn. This pawn? The queen at c4? Joker? Bishop takes at c5. Bishop takes at c5. What bishop? There is no bishop. Alright. That's not the move. Taking the pawn is not the move. Taking the pawn is not the move. No, Joker, it's not. It's not. That's not the move. That's not the move. Check, take, check, take. Then what? Check? No. Maybe taking the pawn. Maybe taking the pawn? That's not taking the pawn. It's not taking the pawn. I'm so sorry, guys. It's not taking the pawn. Queen to b6. Edison is saying queen to b6. Queen to b6. Ah, we tried it. It's not. It's not. عنده مات ما فيك تحرك شو ما كان. والله غريبة يا ابو نور. Check. Forced to take. Check, take. Okay, okay. Let's try, guys. Let's try. G5. I mean, okay, I mean, good job. Good job, I mean. Yeah, G5, that's it. Okay, now what? Check, he will put the pawn. I take, and then what? Okay, now we are protected by his pawn. الآن يا أبو النور أصبح بيدقه مظلتنا. Now, we will use his pawn as an umbrella. Yeah. What's the best move now? That's an option. Check. If you push, I cannot take. So, that's not an option. But taking the pawn is an option. Queen takes at c4. Queen takes at c4. Take with the rook, take with the check. He moves, we take his queen, he takes with his rook. Okay, I take, he take, and I go for this check, and that's a checkmate. Why not? Why not? I take, if take with the rook, that's a checkmate. He doesn't have this or this or this or this, he cannot take, he cannot take. So sacrificing the queen here is a good move. I take, if take with the rook, that's a checkmate. Look at this. Take a pawn. No mate. مهدي يقول. أبو النور يقول كوين على f6. كوين على f6 ليست النقلة. روك to d4. Rook to d4? Oh, no, it's not rook to d4. Maybe the other rook? No, it's not rook to d4, guys. It's not rook to d4. Queen to d7, Edison is saying. Queen to d7. d7? Queen to d7? You sure? I agree. Why didn't accept the pawn move? Taking this pawn? Pawn takes at c4. Okay, let's take. That's it. Okay, let's analyze it once again. So, pushing the pawn, you take en passant, then we take this pawn. Then we take this pawn. The idea, you can go for this check, and if you block, you take. If he takes with the rook, that's a checkmate. Yeah, so you push the pawn, and I don't know if he takes or something. You go for this check. If he blocks, you just go for the check. If he blocks with the bishop, you take with your queen. If he takes with his rook, I think he's forced to take. Actually, I take. Okay, let's analyze it. Let's analyze it. Let's analyze it. Let's analyze it. All right, let's analyze it. White won't take the pawn. According to the engine, he will push the pawn. And then you go for this check. And he goes here. No. There is no mate here. But you are +4. But you are +4. Yeah. So, you push the pawn. Bishop goes here. Check. take, take, kings go here, take with a check, kings go here, take the queen, take with a check. No, it's not check actually. We are using his pawn as an umbrella, remember? So check, he goes here, you push the pawn, rook, check, king. You can take the pawn, you can keep doing stuff. So, and I will turn off the engine because I am lagging. So let's move to the next one. Okay, what do we have here? Yeah, I'm lagging because I turned on the engine. So check, if take, check. No. Check, if take. No. What's the best move here? What's the best move here? What do we have here? New puzzle, let's go. Yes, analyze, please. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. That's why I was lagging, you know. The engine is, you know, Lichess's engine is so strong. I mean, I can go here. If rook, check, take and check. No. Check, take. Knight? I'm sorry, queen? First of all, I don't understand how even I am winning this position. How am I winning this position? Check, he take. Knight. Okay. Shakib, could you go back to the previous puzzle and analyze your queen sack idea? I think I did. Let's solve this one, then I will go back to it. How's it going, Vengeance? Rook to g5. Rook to g5? I mean, it looks like a move. Good job. Okay. It's rook to g5, matter of fact. And now what? I go for this check. He takes with his queen. I go for this check. If he blocks, I'll take with a check. He take with the rook. No. I take with a pawn. Check, take, or check, take, and check, and he blocks. What's the best move? Knight? Sorry, knight? I'm not threatening anything here. Queen, maybe? If he goes here, I'll take. No, that's not the move. That's not the move. Queen to g4 is not the move. Queen to g5 is not the move. Look at h5. That's it. Okay. First of all, let's go back to this one. So, analyzing the idea of sacrificing the queen. Okay, I agree. So, we took with a check. Now what? I was thinking about check. Sorry. If you push, if I take, he can't take with a bishop. If he takes with a bishop, I won't have this mate. If he takes, that will be a mate. Yeah, that will be a mate. As you can see, the evaluation bar is totally black. But now, this is just a losing move. Yeah, And let's review this once again. So rook to g5, preparing ourselves, you know, for this idea. Go in here with the rook. No. Taking the knight first. Take with the knight. Then you go here. You go for this check. Even if he takes with his rook, he's still gonna take, because there is a check and you are pinning the queen. Yeah, it's a very good puzzle. Okay, new puzzle. Let's go. What do we have here? That's a free pawn. That's a bishop, but he will take with his queen. And that's a check. If check and goes and king goes here, let's calculate this. Maybe attack on the rook. Rook goes here. And then you go here and you trap his rook. No, rook will go here. Take. Queen takes. Then you go here. Okay, what's the best move here? كل الفيل واطلب الوزير بالفيل. No. Taking the bishop is not the move. You said take the pawn with the queen, resulting into losing your queen, cause rook takes then rook by his fellow rook, and it's probably a mate. Yeah, but if he takes with the bishop, you're not gonna have that. Okay, what do we have now? No. So, taking the bishop is not the move. Attacking the rook is not the move. There is this idea, but it's weak idea. Very weak idea. Okay. Not taking the bishop. Not attacking the rook. Not taking the pawn. What's the best move here? Knight takes at g4. Knight takes at g4. Okay. Another piece under attack. Check, that's not an idea. Check, I think. I jump with the knight or take here? Take the... yeah, that's it. Yeah. Okay. Let's move to the next one. That's a free pawn. Pawn cannot take because it's pinned. So, check. No, that's not a move. Check. That's not a check. The bishop will take with the check, with this covenant check, literally. Check. He will block with his bishop with this covenant check. No. Okay. In this puzzle, there is no place to make a mistake. You are about to get checkmated, you know. I thought that's a good move. You go for this check. Pawn cannot take because of the pin. Why this is not a good move? I mean, I'm thinking about this. Check, take with the queen, then what? Check? No. He will take with his queen. And you will take. check. That's the best move, matter of fact. Check. Why did he take with his queen? Now I will take his queen for free. The pawn cannot take because of this pin. But why not just moving the king? Another check. He goes here. And check, losing his queen. So he just said, let me just take. And of course you take his queen for free. Okay, okay, that was a good one. You play so bad. That's puzzle. That's puzzle. I'm not playing, you stupid dumb fuck. That's a puzzle. I'm not even playing. I'm solving puzzles. I take the pawn. If take, I'll take with the bishop. That's option number one. I go for this check, I lose my bishop. So what about I take this pawn? Taken with the, okay, that's option number one. I take. If take, check probably and stuff. You know, that Mikhail Tal stuff. I'm going to take. Yeah, taking with the pawn is the best move. Now what should we do? I mean, if you sack, he goes here. Then what? In this position, I would just castle. Hello, Always Gaming. How's it going? You solve puzzles so bad. Bardo? Bardo? Again? Okay, yalla, fuck off. Good job. Good job. I wish it does worth it. Okay. That's not a move, of course. No. Yeah, that's a move. No, he will take this pawn. Take. Castling, long side? No. Castling is not a move. Rook to h4. Yeah, I tried it. It's not a move. It's not a move. It's not a move. Rook to h4 is not a move. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys. I have no idea what's the best move here. Maybe this? No, it's not that. Push, push. Pushing the pawn is not a move. Is it sacrificing the rook? No, of course not. What am I missing here? Maybe the simple push on the pawn? What's the idea? I'm not gonna guess. I'm not going to guess. I need to calculate. It's not that. Because take and take. No, I'll take with the knight actually. Knight. If take, take. Then I go here. Yeah, castle. No, it's not castling. No, it's not castling. It's not castling. Castle short side? No, it's not castling short side either. Besides, no, you're not gonna castle short side and give your opponent that open file that leads exactly to your king. You know, no. Besides, look at his bishop. He's aiming at this square. Castle short is, you know, it's not a move. And long side also, I mean, I would play this move. I would play this, but it's not a move. The other way, no, it's not. No, it's not. Okay, c5. I mean, that's a very weird move, but I will try it. No, that's not a move. No. Lucky 116. Rook to h4 traps the queen. No, it's not. He will take this pawn. That's not trapping the queen. أنا بروح أنام. باي منى. باي منى. Queen trap, rook to h4. No, knight to e5. Knight to e5? Did we try knight to e5? That knight to e5? What if he takes the queen and I take the bishop and I lose my knight? No. So you go here, you take with the bishop. No, you take with the queen with a check and you take, then he take your knight for free. I believe Mahdi al-Majri is saying something. King to f1. My god. This move? Sulaiman, are you here? Is that Dimitri? Dimitri, is that you? Is that Dimitri right there? Yo, what the fuck? Okay. Taking the pawn. And the best move, ladies and gentlemen. King to f1. Why? Why? I need to understand. King to f1? Okay. The engine here is suggesting knight. And the engine suggesting that you move your king to f1. What if I don't move my king to f1? What if I castle? Okay. I understand. قلت لك وزيرك راح يطير. صح. I'm sorry guys. Yeah. The queen and the king were lined up and you need to move your king, otherwise you will lose your rook. Your queen. Yeah. Okay, so we have this check. But it's not Anastasia, mate. Because after checking, let's go here, check, and he takes. There is no. Maybe pushing the pawn? You know what I think? I think it's pushing this pawn. That's not a mate. That's not a check. Believe it or not, I think pushing the pawn is the best move here. You will tell me why is that? Because I will, after I push the pawn, if he doesn't play the correct move, it will be check. King forced to go here. You sacrifice your queen here, king's take, and checkmate with the rook. Checkmate with rook. It's called Anastasia, mate. But I'm not so sure about this move actually. Hello Georgie, how's it going? And Preston, how's it going? Rook to h4 works after king to f1. Mahdi Majri is saying c5. Okay, we are on the same page, me and you, Mahdi Majri. So, should I go for it? I think this is a knight. Matthew, hi. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my coach right there. Matthew Freeman, Rhode Island champion. I think this is a knight sacrifice Shakib. Okay, so according to Matthew, it's not the Anastasia mate. Because Anastasia mate first it requires I push a pawn to make a rook left. So check. If he goes here, if I didn't have this pawn here, it's gonna be sacrificing the queen. King takes, checkmate. King won't have this. King won't have this or this because of the knight taking this and taking this. But if check and take and check, and he goes here, and check again, and he goes here. Matthew, I think if Anastasia made a knight sacrifice, we still need a rook, another attacker, I think. Okay, everyone is saying c5, c5, c5. So it's gonna be c5. No, it's not c5 actually. I'm so sorry, guys. I know. c5 is so tempting. c5 is the textbook definition of the silent killer move, but that's not a move. It's not a move. So let's sacrifice the knight. That's it. And now what? Take or just a check? Because if check, he will hide here and we won't be able to take this annoying pawn. But if I take here, pushing the pawn maybe? By the way, Matthew, I reached 1500 last night. 1500 last night. So how we do this? So funny. c5. Now c5? Actually, that's it. Check. No. Now? Why? Because he does have this square. So I play the silent killer move, queen to e3. And he goes here with his rook. No, he won't. So yeah, that's it actually. And the opponent is just now sacrificing his queen because it's over. That's it. So let's take a look once again. It's sacrificing the knight. Then c3. c3. c5, I'm so sorry, c5. c5. Silent killer move, queen to a3. And your opponent will just start to suicide. Let's move to the next one. Let's go. We have here a knight under attack. I mean, isn't it this game over? What if you push the pawn? Okay, let's agree on this is a threatened mate in one. Okay, 3 candidates move. This is the first option. Look at me. Now after I saw my coach in the chat, I started to be, yeah, let's make 3 candidates move. Yeah. Okay, that's option number 1. What's option number 2? Sacrificing the bishop can be a move. So that's option number 1. That's option number 2. What's the third option? يقول أبو النور وزير ضرب ببيدق مع كش وكش مات بالحصان. Queen takes a pawn with a check. Then checkmate with a knight. Check. He takes. Then check. Okay, check, king's take. Check. Okay. You sure about Nur? Okay. Let's think. Let's think about it again. So, option number 1. Option number 2. That option didn't work, so we're going to eliminate it. So, do you guys think that jumping with the knight here? No, he will take with the knight. That's stupid. That can't be the move. Alright. Sacrifice the bishop. Mahdi يقول. Lily rebels. Sacrifice the bishop. Okay. Knight to g4, then sack. So it's gonna be one of these two options. Knight to f3, queen to g4. Yeah, there is an option that I didn't think about. Knight to f3 actually. Good job, Preston. Yeah, that's our third option. How's it going, Daniel Jones? Hello, I saw you last night. You were so sweet. Thank you. Knight to g4, then sack. Okay, so I take it you guys are not so into sacrificing the bishop here as a first move. So I take it it's gonna be knight or knight. Yeah. Now, if I am going to judge what move is more forcing, I would be confused between this is threaten mate in 1 and this is literally a check. So if check, take with the rook, take here. Okay. I'm a little bit confused here. I'm so confused here. So confused. Lily, maybe a threatened checkmate with a knight. Alright, let's go for it. That's the best move actually. Good job, Lily. Actually, I thought about it, but you know, I wasn't that encouraged. I started to be in love with the idea of check here, you know, and he takes. Okay, I believe that's a fork. I believe that's a fork. The point here is to win the queen Shakib. Matthew, even if I jump with the knight here, he still can save it and he just lose a knight. I go here and that's a fork. I just don't understand. Is that a puzzle about material, winning material? No, that's not a move actually. I jump here with the knight, actually. If take, I take threaten mate in 1, but he will take my knight, and I will checkmate him literally. Why I'm not patient? Why I'm not patient? Can someone tell me why I'm not patient? Because I could just play this move. If you take the pawn, that's a checkmate. Remember this motherfucker right here? Yeah, this one. So we go with. Okay. Okay. How we do this? Alright, how we do this now? It wasn't the best move actually. I thought Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Alright, so if I go here, I lose my queen with the knight. Yeah. Maybe I take with the rook and he takes here, then I go here. Yeah, and having his queen at the second rank guard and this. Yeah, brilliant. So brilliant. That's not the move. This is absolutely not the move. Taking the pawn? And he takes? No. Maybe I jump. If take, I checkmate him. No, he will go here. I go here. If take, that's not a mate because he will go here. Why this is so complicated? Why this is so complicated? Can someone tell me why I just can't, you know, win a piece? All right. Okay, sack the bishop, then knight to e3. All right. Sacrifice the bishop. No. Let's go back and let's think. Okay. What do we have here? We have knight to g4 as a first move. Okay, let's turn on the engine. Let's turn on the engine. Okay. Let's turn on the engine. Okay. We take with the bishop. Okay, and the engine is saying your opponent need to sacrifice his bishop. I mean, no, the engine changed his mind. He takes with the king, yeah, and check. And Matthew Freeman is correct. And let me turn on that engine because I'm lagging. Okay, Matthew is correct. Yeah, guys, he's in the chat. You can get his contact, you know. Yeah, he's correct. He said the point here is to win the queen. That was a great puzzle for you. You have to admit that the knight is safe and find a new target. Yeah. Okay, new puzzle. Okay, what I spotted as from the first sight is this idea. So, what it blocks this idea is the knight right here. So, maybe sacrificing here? No, he will take with his rook, bye-bye to this idea. What about I jump here? If take, that's a checkmate. No, it's not. No, it's not a checkmate. If I jump here, he take with the knight, I go for this check. He goes here, you don't even have this check because of the knight. So how we do this? Maybe taken here. If take with the rook, that's a checkmate. Take here, if take with the knight, guess what? That's a checkmate. Okay. Knight to e7, knight to e7, knight takes a g7. Okay, guys. Okay. Knight to g2. That's a lot of ideas. Let's focus. Let's focus, guys. Let's focus. Okay, at least we know that this is a chef's kiss. This, who stands between the chef's kiss and the king. Black king. So knight, knight takes, do it already. Okay, Christian, okay, let's go. Okay, all right, now he's guarding this square, so I take. That will be an embarrassing checkmate. No, it won't. No, it won't. I'm overreacting here. I take. I go for the check, and I go here, and that's it, I think. That's it. So I'm gonna take. No. Am I sure about that? I take. Check. And I go here. And he doesn't have this mate. He doesn't have this check. He doesn't have this check. So I'm gonna take. And should I worry about what's going on here? Taking with Rook. Check. I go here and life is good? No, life is not good actually. I go here and you will take with a check. Okay, now he's making my life so hard. I mean, it's not like I have an option here. I will go to the edge, take with a check. My god. My god! That's a first trade, right? Whoa. Hold on a second, okay? Alright. So, take. Alright, let's jump to the conclusion. Okay. Let's keep going. Yeah. How this is exactly winning? He will take with... Okay. Turn on the engine. What's the best move here? Bishop. Pawn. Take. Take. Alright. Take. I believe the deal here is a single rook versus a bishop and a knight and a few pawns. One of them is isolated and more active king, because the king doesn't have this, and the engine actually is suggesting that the king starts join the battle, you know. Okay, I understand this puzzle. سؤال: ليش ما أكلت القلعة مجانا؟ يعني ستوكفيش نفسه أصر على النقلات. This was a great initial position but very fuzzy solution. I mean, for a second I started to think, what's going on here? Is that a puzzle how to lose? Okay, black to move. New puzzle, let's go. What do we have here? Take and take with a check, I believe, right? No, this bishop is no. I take with a check, I take with the rook, and I take here, and you take with his bishop? No. What about I sacrifice the bishop? If we take, I don't know what to do. What about I sacrifice the rook? If he takes, I take his queen. No, that's not the move. If check and he take and I take, he take with the bishop. What do I have after that? Okay, let's think about this one. مجهول يقول جندي على صفر. Like, take the bishop. I'll lose my queen. الملكة أو الوزير كما يقول المشارقة تحت التهديد. Daniel Jones saying take the rook with the queen, then force check. Yeah, but Daniel, look at this, Daniel. I will take with the check, take with the rook, and then I will take with the check, then he will take with his bishop. I'm really thinking about sacrificing the bishop. Robson is saying no. Bishop take a g3. Okay. So how we do that? Okay, f2a. That's a brilliant. Subtle. F stands for what? Foo? The bishop in French is fou, yeah. My man has been taken. LS left and right. What's that? Harry the sailor. Okay. Sacrifice the bishop. Queen to h4. Queen to h4. Joseph is saying queen to h4. Robson is saying queen to h4. I'm seeing queen to h4 a lot right there. What's going on, guys? Georgie is saying then bishop takes. اوكي. يقول ابو النور شو رايك بكوين على h4؟ queen على h4. I mean that's a very good move. And guess what, Abu Nur? أنت على حق. Okay, so I take with the check and he take and that's a checkmate? No. If I take, he will take with a pawn. The moment I take here, he take with his rook. I'll take here after he take here. Is that a thing? No, that's nothing. What about... Queen to h4 actually. Yeah. Everyone who said queen to h4 is correct. Mahdi is saying queen to h4 is game over. Yeah, but Mahdi, look at this. How to make this deal work now? Now, if I sack the bishop, he take with the pawn, and I can't take here because he will take, and after take, he will take. What about I take with a check here? After he takes with his rook, I'll take with a check. Yeah. Who said that? Maybe it's take with a check. Maybe it's take with a check and he take with a bishop. And guess what? I'll take and he take with his queen. No. Wait. I'll take with the check. If he take with his queen, that's losing his queen. So it's gonna be taken with the rook or taken with the bishop. If I take with the check and he take with the bishop, I'll take with the rook and he take with his queen. Now if I take here, and he does have nothing. رخ ضرب بيدق يقول ابو النور ماكش. Take with the check, take with the bishop. I'll take with the rook, and you take with his queen, and he's gonna have a nice day. Harry the sailor is saying, I think it's just pawn to c5. I like those silent killer moves. Silent killer moves. Like the move. Cool الفيل. Just taking the bishop. Why is that? Because the bishop, yeah, let's review this once again. So, what did we say? We said queen to h4. Then it's just removing a defender right here by taking the bishop. That's it. It was a two moves puzzle. Can you believe that? Okay. New puzzle, let's go. What do we have here? Okay, we have a knight under attack. Let's read the board. We have a knight under attack, and we have taken the bishop, and we have take with the check. He take, then we take the bishop. That's not a checkmate because the knight is covering the square. So how we do this, huh? How we do this? I mean, that's a check, and he's forced to take. Then, I mean, it's not like he's forced to take. He can go here, but that's stupid. That's taking another rook. So check, and he takes with his rook. Then what? Then taking the free bishop. That's not a mate. That's not a mate because the knight is guarding this. What do you think, guys? Take rook and take knight with two pieces hanging. Take with a check. Take here. Take with a knight. He takes my... No. Wait. I believe it's taken... Okay, let's... Can we agree on... that has to be the first move we play? Knight to g4, actually, Preston is saying. Yeah, this is just a sequence exercise. Find the right sequence of capture and you come out ahead. There is no for guys. Queen defends at f2. Okay. I like the conversation right there, guys. I really do. Okay, Joseph is saying some interesting stuff right there. And Rook to e8 and good game. Joseph is so confident. Okay. Take. It's gonna be this or this now. I mean, isn't it this a check and losing his rook? And that's a hanging knight, and that's a hanging bishop. Like, there is a lot of capture here. I am very winning here as a black. In a way, I want to resign. I'm so winning, I want to resign. So, what's the best move here? Black is down a piece. Black is down everything. Okay, what should we do here? Taking the bishop or check. You know what I think? You know what I think? It's a check and you don't even take the rook. You just push this pawn with a check and you block with the knight and you take with the check and you take with the queen and you take here. Please don't embarrass me. Please, please. I mean, what? Yeah, it's gonna be take. I'm just an idiot, okay? Yeah, I'm just... Okay, taking the bishop, right? It has to be, right? I mean... If I take the bishop, he will take here and take with the pawn. That's a weakness. I mean, the queen doesn't have the immediate check or something, so I don't have to really worry about this. Maybe it's taking the bishop and take with the bishop and take with the queen. I complicated it. And I ruined it. What's your rating? I'm 1500 at rapid. Yeah, that's why I keep hanging pieces. Okay, what's gonna be? Rook take at d7? No, it's not rook takes at d7. Knight to g4. Knight to g4, and now we are talking. He takes here, and that's a check, and after he goes here, we push the pawn. Yeah, that can be a move, actually. What if I go here, and he take with a check, and I take here and take with a bishop? Guess what? I still have this. So that's a move. Now it's knight to g4. I'm hearing a lot of knight to g4 in the chat right there. Bikram is saying rook takes. I did that. No, it wasn't the move. No, I didn't actually. I didn't. Not yet. Bishop to f2. No, bishop to f2 is taken with the queen. And that's losing the bishop. I made the same mistake for Faizan Ali. Take the bishop with the knight. Okay, let's review this once again. Yeah, taking with the check first. then taking this. Why not? Why not jump in here? Yeah, taken here actually. No, that's not the move. That's not the move. It's taken the knight first. Okay, now this is exactly where I want to analyze. What happens if he takes? The engine is thinking. Let's see what the engine is cooking. Taking the bishop, and now you are just up like 2 points too. That's it. It's a material puzzle. So you have 2 bishops and the knight versus the rook and the knight, and the engine is happy with your position as a black. Let's move to the next. Let's move to the next one. I thought, oh, that's puzzle. I thought it's not. No, it's a puzzle, of course. I wouldn't be, you know, playing a real game and asking help from chat like that. I will get banned or something. Yeah, let's keep going. So, what do you have here? We have, from the first side, bishop can take here, but he will take with a pawn. Check. If he take, I will take. After he take, I'll push, I think. Say again. Say again. I sacrifice the knight and you take with his bishop. Come down, buddy. Okay. What about I take? After he take, I attack the bishop. If he take, I take. Or I take with the knight. So, small steps. This is option number 1. What's the option number 2, guys? Harry is right. These types of puzzles teach you to work with initiative. Okay. By the way, Harry, where are you from and what's your rating? We are interested in people in this channel. I don't remember seeing you interacting in my channel. First time? D takes at e2, then knight to f3. Robson is saying don't take the knight. I won't. I'm not doing anything. Let's think about it first. What do we think about this? What do we think about this? From USA, about 2400. Oh my god. 2400 ELO player. Good god. Alright. I'm honored to have you here, actually. Okay. You have a FIDE rating? Oh, 2400 online. That was my next question, actually. If you have a FIDE rating. Bishop takes the knight and rook to d7. If move, bishop just d2. No, that's a line, Joseph. Robson, are you from Brazil? That's me, you know, starting to not being picky in chat. Okay. قلب الأسد يقول takes at e7. I mean take. And take with the queen. Then what? I go here? I will take. Maybe I need to take this. No, that's an option. So take. And take. And attack the bishop. He can push twice, protecting his bishop. And you cannot take. And this pawn is in the 3rd rank, so he no longer can take en passant. If you push now, the pawn cannot take en passant in the 3rd rank. But you guys know that. Is it bishop takes c5, then rook to d7 followed by d2? Okay, let's try this. It's not taking the knight. It's not taking the knight. Or maybe I didn't understand. B takes at c5. No, it's not bishop takes at c5 actually. It's not. That's not the move. That's not the move. He will take the rook. Chipo is saying يقول أبو النور queen d6 طالب الفيل إذا حرك الفيل بتسوق البيدق. Okay, good job. Abu Nur is saying something here. Abu Nur is saying I'm right here and I have ideas. إذا حرك الفيل تسوق البيدق. He is saying, Abu Nur is saying after he moves his bishop you push the pawn, and that's fork and the rooks. And that's it. And that's it. And you are taking one of those rooks. And of course he's not going to take with his queen because that's losing his queen. That was an interesting puzzle, you know. Okay, what do we have here? That's nothing. Taking the rook maybe? I mean, if I don't take, he will take with his queen, you know. That's a checkmate. No, it's not. I will block with the rook, but he can take with the rook, and I block, and he will have this check, and I go here, and then he take, and I go here. So, this Mexican standoff right here has to be concluded, you know. Add in another, wait. Actually, the rook is protected. No, it is not. If he takes, you cannot take with the queen. That's losing your queen. Maybe it's a check. If take, I go here. Okay. First candidate move for me. Check with the knight at f4. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? أبو النور يقول كش بالرخ. I mean, yeah. The simple move. And there is no one to block. Literally no one to block. Not the rook, not anything. So check, and king doesn't have this, taking the knight. And doesn't have this and doesn't have this because of the knight. So it goes here. So check. King goes here or here. No. If he goes here, that's another check and that's a fork. But if a check and kings go here, because king has only move this or this. If he goes here, that's a fork. If he goes here, after this check, check, I think. Yeah, but he will block with his queen and thus losing his queen. Let me calculate this once again. So check. After he goes here, you go for this check, I think. And he doesn't have this and he doesn't have this. And he doesn't have this. And after that check, he doesn't have this. I'm sorry. What if he goes here? And the queen will be here, right? Yeah. What do I have here? You take with the check, I think, and you take with the rook, then what? Okay. أبو النور يقول روك على d6. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? Rook d6, king f7, rook f6. Okay, rook to d6, I think. That's the move, alright. That's a move. Taking here is a move also. Check, he can block. No, he cannot. Take with the check, take with the queen, take here. That's winning material, I understand. No, it's not. It's not. This is still hanging, by the way. This is still hanging. Maybe taking this, you know, it's a burden you'll get rid of. Or not. Or not. I mean, if check and he block, I take. After he take, you take, and that's losing your rook. Wait. What about rook to f6? Okay, now what? Check. What if he blocks? And he will block. Of course he will block. I mean, what about check after he take with the bishop? I go for this check. If he blocks, I go for this check, I think. So, let me take with the check first. What if you take with your rook and you take with the bishop? I'll go for this check. And of course he's not going to block with this bishop. Wait. If I take with a check and he take with a bishop, there is no such check at c4 because of his rook. Maybe it's another check. And he doesn't have this. I'm a little bit confused here. What do you guys think? Joseph is saying rook to g6. Mahdi Majri is saying rook to g6. Abdel Ghani is saying rook g1, remove the rook out if danger. بالمناسبة إذا هنالك مشاهدين عرب بالله عليكم تحدثوا العربية كما شئتم يعني لا تقلقوا. Daniel Jones is saying then fork with the knight. Check with the rook, then fork with the knight. Be careful, you are one blunder away from queen takes e1 mate. Vinusha di Sirimana, rook to g6. Okay, rook to g6, let's go. Check, that's not a move. Rook to g6 is not a move, I'm sorry guys. I think I'm going to take that rook. I mean, this is really a huge burden right here. I keep worrying about this rook, so maybe I take with a check. If you take with the bishop or taken with the rook, I will have the opportunity to remove the queen to the safety, you know? Queen check. I mean, I agree. No. Okay, let's go for rook takes. It's not rook takes. It's not rook takes. Okay, all right. Let's calculate. Stop guessing. Stop guessing. Okay, what's going on here? What's happening here? Queen check. I tried it, didn't work. Are we only 18 puzzles in at hour and half? Rook g1. Rook g1, why? Rook g1, rook g1, rook g1, rook g1, rook g1. That's g1. Oh. Oh, come on. So, check, check, Rook to g1, yeah. Now if check, you just take, and he can't even take with the queen because you will take his queen. So if check, wait, why the engine is inviting my opponent to suicide here? I mean, this is literally losing his rook. He goes here, I'll take, he can't even take with his queen. Oh. Wait. It's rook to g1, and you take with your queen. If he takes with the queen, you take here, and nothing is hanging anymore. Why the engine is suggesting here that the black just send his rook to the death? Because it's a check, after take here, take with a check, and he goes here, then I believe it's gonna be check, and he goes here and checkmate. Yeah. Say again. If he doesn't, let's say for example, he plays just this. You sacrifice the rook after you take here, you take with this, then you go for this checkmate. Yeah, let's yeah, next puzzle. I believe that's a check. He goes here and another. No, the knight is guarding this. منشان يطول الدور شوية وما يستسلم. Matthew is saying nasty checkmate threat with rook takes at g5, so black has to abandon the ship. I'm just glad you finally located you. Yeah, let's focus on this one. Okay, what do we have here? That's nothing. Check and he comes here. I believe he's attacking my queen, right? So check won't hurt anybody because he cannot block with his queen or something. So that's our first option. Yeah, Matthew. Now you understand. Now you understand. Okay. محمد بهلوان يقول Queen h7. Queen h7 threat mate on one. Logic. Take? No. Check. Then take and take and take. Yeah, so no. If check, he blocks with his rook and you win his knight. So check. No, it's not check actually. Take with the rook, then check, and that's losing his. Yeah, you sacrifice your rook, and that's a check, and you win his nothing. You win his nothing. That's a check, and you take here. That's what it is. Check, and now you take the rook. That's it. It wasn't that complicated actually. Okay, so that's a rook sacrifice. Why is that? Because after you take the rook, he will move his knight with discover and check. That's what's gonna happen. So how we do this? I mean, that's a stupid move, of course, because he will move his knight somewhere, and that rook will be protected. It will be like a windmill. I believe you go here. Or there is a crazy thing. Okay, what's the crazy thing? Well, I'm so glad that you asked me that question. After you move this knight, I know I am under attack right now. I am under check. I understand that. But this is an idea, you know? So, maybe the engine wants you to receive the check. Like, for example, you take, and he moves the knight with discoverer and check, and you block with the knight. Threaten mate in one. Yeah. What if you take and he jumps and that's double check? Yeah, that's double check actually. That's double check. So take or what? Or just hide? Okay. No. Oh, come on. Okay, it was a mouse slip. Okay, at least we know now it's not escaping to f8. It's not king to f8 James. Hey, hi James. I got confused. I'm sorry. No, it's another one. It's another one. I'm sorry. Hello. يقول أبو نور king to h8. لا يا أبو نور ليست king على h8. And it's that. So we know it's not that and it's not that. Let's eliminate that. Okay, let's eliminate that. Joel is saying h1. No, it's not. I believe you mean. I am under check. No, it's I believe you mean king to h8. No, it's not that, and it's not that. So except on the rook, right? Why he didn't go for a discover check? It's a double check. It's double check. It's a check and a check. Should I do something here? I block and take and checkmate? What if block? And he push. Okay, what's the best move? محمد عبد الهادي يقول خد ويديك دبل كش، بعدين ترجع الكينج مكانه يديك كش بالوزير وتغطي بوزيرك. المشكل انه لم يعطينا دبل كش. He played king to g7. That's weird. It is a bad sacrifice. Defend and counterattack. I block? No. Take. It's the best move here. Maybe it's sacrificing the queen here after you take with the king. That's double check. Unbelievable. No way. I mean, probably I will be embarrassed if it doesn't work, but check? No, it's not that. No. I thought it's a check, and that's literally forcing the king on taken, and that's a check. Discover and check. And the knight is taking this and this, but he will push. And even if you take with his knight, and nah, I overreacted. I thought I found something. يقول عبد الهادي بعدين أنت تعطيه دبل كش. أبو النور يقول كوين على h1. كوين على h1 جربتها أبو النور لم تنجح. جربتها. Queen to g7. Take. I thought it's queen to h1. It's not. It's not. Okay, what do you guys think about it? Queen على g7 يقول عبد الهادي. Let's try it. No, that's not it. عبد اليحيوي يقول لا اعمل الوزير قدام الملك. Ideas. Queen h1, knight h3, Kino Gaming is saying Queen h1. With shit. I'm sorry. Yeah, I accidentally clicked on something. Okay. We tried that, didn't work. Actually, I was so excited about it. I thought that's the move actually, but it's not. Harry the Sailor is saying, is it knight to e3? I mean, knight to e3, we tried that, nah, didn't work. Joel is saying knight to f5. Knight to f5? That's losing your queen. يقول أبو النور queen على g7. Queen على g7 لم تعمل. نفس اقتراح محمد عبد الهادي أبو النور. أندري جونسون f2 f4. But you have your queen under attack. Andres, queen sack. We did sack the queen here. Didn't work. عبد الغني يقول g6. Okay. Queen g4, Queen g6 probably. No, it's not Queen to g4. حيدر الطيب يقول g4. لم تعمل. Queen sack Rook. Here? No. It's not sacrificing the queen, no. Mange le tour avec la reine. Sacrifice. Non. J'ai mangé. The knight is preparing to take the queen. كوين جي 6 بتمنع الدبل كش وانت كسبان القلعة اللي تضحي بها. كوين جي 6. Okay. Queen g6 is the move actually. Take? I cannot take. It's double check. It's double check. Okay. Now what? Take. لا إله إلا الله. No. Let's review this. Okay, so he sacrificed his rook for no good reason. I mean, Matthew Freeman said that's a very bad sacrifice. You need to defend and counter the attack. Okay, but retreating with the queen here. Okay, so let's take. Okay, that's the move. Just retreat with the queen to the g6. Yeah. And check. Yeah. I go here. Take the rook. Take here. Yeah, you are up a piece. So why did he sacrifice his rook in the first place? This is meaningless. Besides, why did he attack our queen first? I mean, why not this first? Okay, even the engine was suggesting this, by the way. Okay, the first move is rook attacks the queen, but the engine is not suggesting that move. The engine is suggesting that now, actually. Oh my god, this puzzle is annoying. Do you have the difficulty level on Inferno? Yeah. Okay, let's move to the next one. Let's move to the next one. All right. Let's keep going. Before I move to the let's move to the next puzzle. That's the next puzzle. But let me say something. We are 11,843 subscribers. That actually is filling me with hope. And hope is a dangerous thing. What do we have here? Check maybe? And he doesn't have this, but he does have that. If he goes here and check, and he doesn't have this. So check. If he goes here and check. What about check and he goes here? Check. And if he goes here, check. I'm calculating here. I just need to suggest some moves. يقول أبو النور روك على B8 كش بالرخ. It's not a move. So check. No. Okay. So we know that's not the move. That's the first suggestion. Pushing the pawn is the second candidate move. Bishop is the third candidate move. So, it's bishop check, knight check, or pawn check. Choose. Here is the sailor. Rook to b8 first move. No, actually. Abu Nur قال هذا. Abu Nur said that didn't work. Rook to b8 is not the first move. قلب الأسد بحس أسهل شيء تكش بالقلعة عشان تحدد بده يطلع فوق أو تحت وتلحقه، بس للأسف حسبتها غلط. ستوكفيش رفضها. عبد الرحمن محمد. روك على b8. طالب مات. Bishop b2. Rook to b8, guys. Rook to b8. It's not a move. Look at this. Look at this, guys. It's not a move. And Matthew is saying this is a mate puzzle. Rook to e8. Rook to e8. Silent killer move. Rook to e8. Okay, my coach is saying that this is a mate puzzle actually. Probably rook to e8 first then. Okay. Knight to d4, rook to e8, king b3. I'm not sure about that. Vince is saying. عبد الرحمن محمد لا قلت bishop b2 الأول. bishop b2 الأول. Bishop b2. Bishop b2. Bishop b2. Wow. Taken from the king this and this. Okay, I have my coach, and here is this sailor, وعبد الرحمن محمد, suggesting what we call the silent killer moves. It's a silent move, but you are preparing to checkmate your opponent with it. Matthew Freeman is saying rook to e8. And our friend Abd al-Rahman is saying it's bishop b2, taking this and this. What do you guys think? Preston is saying knight to d5, c takes at d5, rook to b8, rook from h to c8. I don't know. Something is telling me that it's gonna be rook to e8, or it's gonna be really bishop to d2. بس عنده king على b3. Okay, let's try this first. That's the move, alright. So, we are taking from him this and this and this. But we are not taking this. So another check. If he goes here, check. 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 And that's it? Wait. Again. Silent killer move rook to e8. Another check. Okay. And he goes here. And the engine is thinking. Take. Queen takes with a check. King takes. Check. King. Check. Kings go here. Checkmate? No, it's not a mate. It's not a mate. He takes. No, Matthew, it's not mate. It's not a mate. Wow, that's a middle. It was a middle game. It was a middle game puzzle. هذه الألغاز ما فيها كشمات عشان هيك هي صعبة. صح؟ Okay, new puzzle, let's go. Sometimes I will be lagging for a second because, you know, the engine, I turned on the engine so we can understand the puzzle. I mean, it's useless if I just solve the puzzle, then I move to the next one. So after solving it, we need to understand it. Yeah. كنا نشم رائحة مات معلش. Yeah, even my coach thought it's a mate. It was a material puzzle. Okay, what do we have here? We are having our queen at the 3rd rank. And he has 3 defenders and a rook. Among those 3 defenders there is a rook, you know. I would say that's a check, but he can block protected by the knight. I like this move. It's a silent move. I don't have this. It's useless to try to back rank the king. It's not a back rank. It's not a back rank. The back rank is well defended right here. So what do you guys think? What do you guys think? Mate was the threat that offered you the initiative the entire way. I call that a mate puzzle. I mean, I thought that's a mate puzzle too. Take the rook and knight to f4 next, I bet. Take the rook and knight to f4 next. Take the rook and knight to f4. I mean, that's a free rook. Yeah, no, knight to f4 is not a move. Why? Why it's not a move? I'm literally threatened mate on 1 here. I'm literally threatened mate on 1 here. Maybe it's knight here and that's losing the knight. Is there a back rank? No, maybe you need to deflect the knight. I mean, if you jump with your knight here, you are threatened mate on 1, and you are calling for that knight to come here and stop it. So I deflect the knight with a jumping at h4, I think. Then I go for this check. If you block, I'll take with a check. No, you don't have this. Because of this queen. It's not. This is not. It's the next move. It's not gonna be a decoy move. What's the best move here? لا يرجع بالوزير ويدافع طبيعي. صح حيدر. صح. Rook to e8. I agree actually. I agree. And now he's just asking for trades. So you give it to him or what? Yeah, you take, and you take with the knight, and you will go here, threaten his knight, right? I take. Of course take, and now you go and pin that knight, and he make a breathing room or something. He cannot make a double L, right? Like the knight, you know, protect the knight. You know, the knight to protect the knight, you know. No. He will move the king and he will take the knight and he will just, you know, use that diagonal to escape from the rook. Okay, what do we have here? Next puzzle, let's go. قلعة على h8 أو رخ. Check, take with the bishop, I'll take with the check, then he moves. I cannot take his rook because it's protected by the queen. Wait, I think this is about promoting, I think. So check, take, check, and he goes here, then check, I think, and after he goes here, I'll take, I suppose. So check. Yeah, what if he doesn't take? What if he doesn't take? I mean, that's a check, and he doesn't have this or this. What if he blocks with his bishop? I take with a check and you take with the king and you push? No, you don't. What about you pin the bishop to the king? Or maybe it's just taking the rook. I mean, if you take the rook, you will take with his queen. If you go for this check after that, you will block and you push. And he tries to stop your pawn and you go and challenge the queen and he takes. No, he doesn't. Say again. Okay. Salah al-Nabi, he takes the Rook. Okay. He takes with the queen. Check. If you block with the bishop, you go for this check. Okay, what's the best move here? I'm confused here. I'm so confused here. Very confused. It is a quiet move, brother. Right, quiet move, it means let's spin the knight. Let's spin the bishop, I'm sorry. I mean... isn't it take and after take, check and the block and then check and after he moves the check, I think, and the queen won't be there. The queen won't be there. Listen, after take, that's a check, and after he block, check, and he doesn't have this or this. If he goes here, no. My coach is saying that's a quiet move. I imagine the quiet move will be rook to h7. Rook to h7, it's not the move. So how we do this? كريم الخريصات يقول queen على h4. That's not a quiet move, but that's the move. Okay, now what? عاش كريم، يلا كمل. I take and he takes? Nah. I go here? No, you don't. I pin the bishop, then I go and put pressure on it? Huh? No, that's not the move. That's not the move. Maybe it's take and I go here and he brings his queen, I think. Maybe it's going here. If take, you take with your queen, take with the bishop, and you push it. You take. Why? No. Let's think. Let's think. Let's think. What's the best move here? What's the best move here? كوين اتش 7 من هسه، وحتى لو اكل قلعتك بتاكل بالفيل والواسع. ادهم يقول بون على سفار. I think I'm going to take the rook. That's not a move. So, pinning the bishop is not the move, taking here is not the move. أدهم يقول pawn على c4, that's a weird move. Okay, Vince is saying queen h7, rook h takes at h8, queen takes at g7, king c8, queen takes at h8. That rooster has my number. Good night, everyone. I'll talk to you later, Matthew. I'm sorry I've been busy than last week. I'll see you later. Okay. Freedom guys saying rook to d8. Charlie saying queen to h7. Okay, let's pick a move. That took so long. That's not a move. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Okay, once again. So, it's a check. Then it's simply... okay, I can't believe this. I can't believe this. But wait, I don't understand this move. It's a check, and he goes here, I'm sorry. Then... It's a queen. It's a queen على h7. Queen على h7. But I don't understand. Okay, queen h. Okay, he goes here. Take with the check. Okay, I understand that the bishop cannot take here, but why not? Oh, I don't have that, and I don't have that. That's it, actually. That wasn't so complicated, actually. That wasn't so complicated, actually. Yeah, I'm lagging because I turned on the engine. I'm so sorry. Let's move to the next one. Okay, what do we have here? What do we have here? That's not a free rook because the queen is guarding it right here. But I'm thinking about pushing this pawn. That's losing the queen. I go here. Maybe it's sacrifice take and take with a check. I like this move. I like sacrificing my bishop right now. Check. Yeah, that was it actually. That's a check, I believe. No. If check, that's the source of check, and he will eliminate it with his rook, and I will take his queen. That's not a big deal. That's not a big deal. Maybe I can take. No, we cannot. I go here. No, that's not the move. That wasn't the move. Gonna be a 10-hour stream at this rate. Okay. Okay. Discover and check is not the move. I thought maybe he will take with his rook, then I will take his queen, you know. So what's the best move here? Rook to d3 is interesting. Rook d3. Take. روك دي 3 حركة غريبة جدا. I would be surprised if it's it. It was rook to d3. أنت على حق. Check. No, that's not a move. Check, maybe? Yeah, that's it. No. I need to understand. So, sacrifice. Rook to d3. And king goes here. Then what? Of course. Taken with a check. He pushed the pawn, but he's a threatened mate in one here. No, he's not. It's a protected. You retreat with the bishop and life is good. And look at him. He can't even protect his bishop. He will go here and you take the bishop. Yeah. Let's move to the next one. Let's go. Okay. You're so stupid, so you don't understand. Okay, that's sad. Very sad. Check, I think. And he goes here. So I will try this first. Of course. Check? No. That's not a move. Ice Hannah. Yo. Hello. How's it going? تحليلك خاطئ حبيبي. هل يزاك؟ لا، هذا ليس تحليلي، هو تحليل الانجن. الأسهم هي أسهم الانجن، وأنا أتبعها. كيف الحال يا زاك؟ Hello Jesse, how's it going? Take the bishop. Take, check, and you take. I agree. No, that's not a move. Check? No. Maybe it's a check and he goes here. Rook takes bishop, then queen check wins the rook. Rook takes bishop. I tried it, didn't work. Check. King's take, check. And he goes here. Then take. Then go here, then check, then take this. Say again. Check, take here, then check, then check. No. I need to take this first. But the engine is refusing this idea. Please don't call my idiot stupid. That's right. أنا ما حدش يهزقني غير مراتي. يلا let's go. Okay. Queen f5 take their queen. Preston is saying queen to f7. يوسف أنصاري يقول في بيدق. And Isam is saying rook to d8. Rook to d8. Rook to d8. And then this. I mean, I don't understand. Why not just taking this? Because that's a check and win this, actually. إيهاب يقول queen على f5. Franklin is saying e8. Okay. Yeah, cause the rook takes bishop doesn't work, cause queen can block user check and save the rook. That's actually correct. So that move didn't work. Rook to d8 didn't work. That's rook to d8, right? Yeah, didn't work. Yeah. Rook to e8. That's not a move. So that didn't work. That didn't work. That didn't work. What's the best move here? Sacrificing here? then check, then go here, then... What am I talking about? What am I talking about? After g6, queen f7, checkmate. Vince is saying rook takes at d3. He might play g6. Rook takes at d3. I mean, we tried it, didn't work. Just take the bishop. I did. It didn't. He didn't accept it. Queen to f7, Philippe is saying. Queen to f7. Good job, Philip. Thank you. You saved us. Yeah. What's the idea of queen to f7? Wait. I'm sorry. So check it goes here, and queen to f7 threaten something. Actually, yeah. Queen to f7. That's the move. Okay. Good job. Queen to f7 was the move. Let's go. All right. What's the best move here? I push the pawn. I mean, push the pawn with the check, right? Why he didn't accept it? It's a very strong move. You push the pawn with discover and check, then you can push, and he won't take with the knight. It's pinned to the king. Yeah, but he will move his king. Pushing the pawn, I believe. Why not pushing the pawn? Why not pushing the pawn? The knight is literally pinned. So not pushing the pawn with discover and check, and not putting pressure on the pinned piece. Check maybe. It makes sense actually. It makes sense. That's a better move. Now I believe you can take here. If you take his rook. No. You don't take and he take and you win his rook. No. And that's winning two pieces, you know. Maybe pushing the pawn threaten mate in one. What if he plays this move? Pushing the pawn actually, and the queen sacrificed itself. I take. Okay. I cannot sack the knight anymore. I cannot. I push the pawn maybe. I don't know what's the best move here. What's the best move here? The puzzle is not over. Push on the pawn? Why he didn't escape with his knight? He has this square with his knight. Wait, I don't really understand. I push the pawn. That's a checkmate. That's a checkmate. You take with a check. That's it. New puzzle, let's go. I don't have this because of the rook. Take and take. What if take and he take? I need to take that bishop before I lose my queen. Alright. I cannot take that because it's protected. So I push. If you take with the pawn, that's a check. I understand that. But what if I don't? Ah, that was a mouse slip. That's what it both are wrong actually. Both are wrong. Maybe I sack the bishop. If take, I'll take. Then I use this open file. No. I take. Then he take with the queen. Then I pin something. No, you cannot. But you can play this move now. Why this is not a good move? It's pinning the knight to the queen. And the queen and the queen and the king and the queen are lining up. So I can literally win this rook. And after you play this move, he will bring his rook here, protected by his pawn, pinning your bishop to your king, and he can take with his queen if he wants. Oh yeah. Maybe I take now? No, you don't take. No, you don't. Okay, what's the best move here? I'm a little bit lost here. What's the best move? Rook to g5 like the billion times I said. I'm so sorry, Akumo. I should. But nobody listens. Oh my god, Yakumo, you are so angry. Okay, Rook to g5 like the billion times I said. Okay, rook to g5. Rook to g5? Rook to g5? Which app? Man, that's lichess. Rook to g5, that's g5. No, that's g5. Rook to g5? I didn't know that they invented a new piece in chess. It's called frog. And he can jump from here to here. Not here, actually, I'm sorry. It's from here to... This, yeah. No, it doesn't work like that. I said bishop to g6 blunders rook to g5. Ah, you said bishop to g6. Bishop to g6. Bishop to g6. I tried it. No, that's not it. Or maybe I got confused. This, no. Knight. Okay. Icehan is saying king to h8. That you can play the bishop g6 idea to unpin the king. Alright, let's go. And that was our viewer on Twitch was actually the correct, has the correct answer. I don't have this because of the queen right here. So, check. Yeah. Then check. Nah. I take with a check, I believe. Why not? Why not? That's literally a free rook, right? Yeah, that's a free rook. With a check. Check, he goes back here. Check. And he goes here. Then I take with a check. I don't understand. Check. Check. Whoa. Hold on a second. Now I understand that's a correct move and I was so happy actually. Check. And he goes here. Yeah, check. And the next move will be knight. And check. And he goes here. And check. And he goes here. And check. And he take. And you take his queen. Okay, I understand. Now I understand. Let's move to the next one. Let's go. I mean, that's a check, right? Yeah. Check. He goes here. Maybe take. And take. Then check. I agree, actually. I'm a sack. Wait. That's a check. A very dangerous one. Maybe knight. Protect the knight. If knight takes, you take with your queen or something. No, you take with the knight. And that's a check anyway. That one, I'm not. You go away too quickly, and so you will get them wrong. No, actually, I take my time in them. I take my time. I promise. I take my time in them. Maybe check and no. Check, he goes here. Sorry, check and he goes here. Then what? No, that's not the idea. Like the other time I was saying, bishop g6 is met by rook to g5. You try to make me look... No, I didn't mean that. No. I'm not even gonna read your comment in out loud. Well, Yakumo, what I promised that I didn't mean to make you look like anything of what you said, and I apologize actually if you felt offended, you know. And besides, you know, as a streamer, I had a lot of people just entering the stream only to troll, so, you know, sometimes my mind will just expect the worst, that's all. You should understand. Anyway, Love Sunbook Rambam King D2 at E4. I don't understand the idea. Tour F attack the bishop. Alright. Check. Why he didn't take? I don't understand. I don't understand why he didn't take with the check. Okay. I go here. No. He will take with the check. I go here. I take with the queen. I take with the queen. Yeah. But I don't understand. I don't. Okay, so check. I take the bishop. Now hold on a second. Hold on a second. Why not? Why not taking the knight? And he goes here. Because that's in common. So, forcing the trade is a better move according to the engine, you know? Yeah? According to the engine, forcing the trade is better than taking a free knight because there is a mate in common, you know. Alright. So what's the next move? I'm playing with the black here? How am I supposed to be winning this position? Check? And he blocks check and take and after take what? No. It's a check. If you block, you take with a check, I believe. What if he blocks with the knight? It wasn't the best move anyway. Check. That's weird. Maybe it's a check with a rook, actually. It has to be a check, come on. Take? Take and check, maybe? What if take and take with his queen? I attack his queen, thus losing a rook. Because after take I will take and he will take. So it's not check. And it's not check. And it's not check. And I'm so sure that it's not take, right? It's take. It's take. Check. And he will have this option. Or check. And you will have this option. You will have that option anyway. Wait. Check, I think. Then check, I think. Then of course taking the rook and that's it. I thought it's a checkmate. That's... Well, I will get confused. The engine or lead chess here is giving me a position will make me think that this is a checkmate puzzle. Except it's not. It's just a material puzzle. Okay. From the first side, taking the rook, I believe. That's nothing. Take and take, then I will go for this check. No, this knight is under attack. Maybe I take. I mean, if I take and he take with his bishop. No. I take and he take and I take. No. Maybe I go for this move. And he takes. Then I go for this check. So, I'ma take the knight. What if he takes with his... What if I take and he take here? I'll go for this check and he will take here. Then check? No, there is no check here. He's well defended. I'm thinking about taking that rook. What do you guys think? Rook takes at f6. Rook takes at f6? You mean rook takes at e3? حيدر كيف الحال؟ Queen على g4. Queen على g4. Queen على g4? غريبة النقلة. Queen takes at f7. Take. Take and take with a check, actually, it makes sense. No, but it's not a move. It's not a move. Muhammad Jawed, I don't speak Persian, I'm sorry. Preston Freed, queen takes at f2. No, it's not, we tried it. Didn't work. حيدر اقترحها. Take. Actually, that was the move, okay. Okay, so check and he takes here, then what? I take, I believe. No, it's not that the move, it's not the move. I go here? No. Check? I lose this. How this is winning exactly? Like, this is ridiculous. Even if I go for this check, he will block with his queen. I'm not winning here. I'm not winning. Like, he's not gonna give you a puzzle you are losing in, right? Delay in the chat from my end. Yeah, it can happen sometimes, I'm sorry. Try, time to time, try to refresh the stream. Rook takes at e3 is interesting. No. And taking the rook is not the move. Check, he takes here. Knight. Check. No, it's not check. I'm down to rook. How am I supposed to be winning in this position? I really don't understand. Are these puzzles rated 2500, 2600? Yeah. Yeah. Preston, it's not a big delay, about 30 seconds, just enough to be behind. Yeah, so I usually stream on chess.com, and chess.com, I'm a chess.com partner, so chess.com is insistent on we, the streamers, make a delay so we don't use the chat as a source of our moves. Otherwise, we will get banned, you know, for fair play. Yeah. Then move rook and it's spinned. Then move rook and it's spinned. No, that's not the move. Knight. I jump here. I mean, if you take, you take. And take. No. I go here. If take with the pawn. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? Wow, 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 wow. Maybe knight to b5 because ideas of queen f5 and rook to d1. Maybe knight to b5? Yes, Yakumo, you are correct. Yeah, our Persian friends, can you use English or Arabic? I trust you speak. You guys speak some. That's nothing. Check. And that's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay. I know I named the stream stop at 100 puzzles, but for the moment we solved 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. That's 30, 31, 32. It's quite impossible. So I think I will stream. I will solve like another 5 puzzles, and that's enough. Yeah. And those puzzles are so hard, not gonna lie. So, what do we have here? Taking the pawn is interesting. Sacrificing the rook here, take here, is interesting. Connecting the rooks can be a move. Sorry. Attacking the rook. Attacking the rook is not a move. Taking the pawn is not a move. Okay, I just had to check, you know. Queen takes at g6 looks almost correct. Not sure. Queen takes at g6. I mean, if take with the pawn, I'll take with the check. And if he blocks, I mean, yeah, okay, I take. Then what? I take with the check. Yeah, but I'm just curious about the ending of that. So, I take the rook with the queen. I take with the check and he blocks. Okay, I understand that I will take with a check here and king doesn't have this or this, so he's forced to go here. Then what's gonna be the next move? I know it's gonna be discover and check, but where? Where? I'm so curious. Alright. King is forced to go here, and the next move will be... Actually, it's a silent killer move. Rook to e8. Rook to e1, I'm sorry. And the engine, Stockfish himself, is saying to the black, go and take the pawn here and lose your queen. Yeah, so you take, and you take the bishop. Yeah, and it's gonna be a fight between two rooks and the bishop versus... two rooks and the king. Two rooks and the king versus a bishop and a king, yeah. Okay, let's move to the next one. That was interesting. That was an interesting puzzle. Crow, how's it going? That's why I said. Okay, let's solve this one. Black to move. Take and take. That's option number 1. Check, that's lose on the rook. Take, I believe. No. Maybe check. If you block, I'll take. No. Why these puzzles are so hard? I take and you take and I take and after you take. No. Maybe take and the rook. That's the best move, yeah. And I take. Check. I block, I think. No. If I block, he will promote with a check. What's the best move here? I block with the bishop or what? Or I take the pawn. I take the pawn. Of course I take the pawn. Of course I take the pawn. King? No. I go here. What's the best move here? It's gonna be this or this. Or this or this. Okay? Wow. I will solve this one, and that's enough for today. Take. That's losing your queen. I push the pawn. No. I take with a check. Knight, or push the pawn. I push the pawn. If take, I'll take. No. I jump with the knight here. If take, I'll take with a check. That's losing your queen. Maybe it's pushing the pawn. Threaten to take with a check. I push the pawn. If he ignores me, I will jump with the knight here. Threaten. Nothing. What do you guys think this is about? Queen takes at e6 is the first move that we gotta calculate. You are correct, actually. pushing the pawn, I think. Pushing the pawn or jumping with the knight? Pushing the pawn. I think it's pushing the pawn. Rook to f5. Come on. Then take with the check, rook takes. Yeah. Alright. What's next? It's a challenge on the rook, you know, if take and you will still have, you know, more active pieces and you will be so near to his defense area with very two advanced connected pawns. Alice, Cherry, hey, how are you? Hello Alice, how's it going? Okay. Ideas. Vince is saying, wait, don't take the bishop. Okay. Rook takes at f4. Why? Because after take and take, you take with a check. And he can block with his knight, you know. Rook takes at f5. Rook takes at f4. Queen takes at queen takes at c8. Queen to d8. Queen to d8. Okay, rook takes at f5. Let's go. That's it. But I need to analyze it, and that will be the last puzzle. So that actually, I agree, that was the first move we should calculate. That's the move that Nadine found, and now I need to understand what's gonna happen if he takes here. You take with a check, I believe. I'm waiting for the engine. I'm waiting for the engine. Yeah, of course. Knight to protect the knight. And here retreat. Take, and that's it. Okay, okay. Okay, that's 35. That's 35 puzzles. Okay, I said I will solve. By the way, do you stream daily or what's good your schedule? I do stream daily, yeah. Welcome to my channel. So sometimes it will be viewers tournament. Sometimes it will be solving some puzzles, and sometimes I will be just grinding. And tonight I tried tonight what we call a spinner. That's viewers playing versus each other. So that's enough. Thank you very much everyone for joining. That was fun and crazy. I've been streaming for almost 4 hours, I believe. So thank you very much everyone. I'll see you tomorrow. Tomorrow it will be a viewers tournament. Make sure that you guys join. Join Hawkeye Chess Club so you can, you know, when you click on the link of the tournament tomorrow, you will just be in. So I'll see you tomorrow. I will stream at midnight Greenwich time. Midnight GMT. So thank you very much everyone.